Hello everyone, if you want to understand the dermatological manifestations of diabetes, stay tuned and watch this video till the end. You might have answered it as option A, which is the most common wrong answer. So let me tell you, the most common wrong answer is option A, but the answer is option B, Binkley spots. So you should know the importance of the diabetes and its manifestations in dermatology. Why? Because in the recent times, whatever trend is being followed, so you should be aware of that. So let us see the question carefully. So you might have read this, and by looking at this blood sugar levels directly, and by looking at this option having diabetes, come on, let us answer option A. That is what is your instinct, but be careful. Read the question carefully and see the image carefully, and then only try to correlate and answer it. At least try to rule out the option. So let us try to look at the question. 56-year-old male, so elderly male, presented to you during your rural posting as a part of routine checkup, came to show the lesions as below. So he was having no work at home, or maybe he thought that okay, anyhow our doctor saab came, so let us show our face to doctor saab and take some blessings or whatever it is. So now you have seen that this person is having some red papular lesions which are not producing any difficulty, any symptom in the given patient, and also they are present for a period of 6 months. Vitals you have checked and you found out that sugar values are definitely elevated. So what is the possible diagnosis? So if you look at this picture in the image which you are able, the image is showing you some black, that is hyperpigmented macules are there, hyperpigmented macules are there, and also there are some patches, and it was mentioned that there were initially some slightly raised papular lesions. So this, with this history and the clinical features, you should answer Binkley spots. Okay, so I will try to tell you why is it not option D. Why? Because in the question never it is mentioned that the patient had any tender lesions, and in the case of furuncles, which are basically manifestation of bacterial infection, there is going to be associated tenderness will be there, but since it is not there, we can rule out this multiple furuncles. And also granuloma annulare also you can rule out. Why? Because granuloma annulare, there will be annular lesions, and that too most common site of this annular lesions is going to be dorsum of the hand. So let us see, ABC are definitely manifestations of diabetes, and you can see here almost every student answered it as option A, but except for few students, very good Dr. Manu and very good Lavanya Guru. So you are two students who answered it as option B. Excellent. And you can see diabetes is going to have two broad manifestations. One is infectious and other one is non-infectious. In the infectious, it can be increased instance of viral infections, bacterial infections, fungal infections. So that is not very important, but for exam purposes, these non-infectious manifestations are important, out of which necrobiotic disorder, that is where collagen degeneration occurs in the dermis, these group of disorders are important. So out of which, in which we have granuloma annulare and necrobiosis, lipoidica, diabeticorum. So we'll see these two in detail in the upcoming slides. But also, as you can see, yes, diabetic dermopathy, which is also called as Binkley spots. Of course, this is the answer in our question. So Binkley spots is also another manifestation. So now let us see Necrobiosis lipoidica diabeticorum. Necrobiosis lipoidica diabeticorum. So in this, the patients are going to have the skin lesions over the shin, that is anterior part of the leg, and how these lesions will be appearing is also very important. And as you can see, initially there may be some papular lesions, but those papular lesions are going to advance, progress, and they are going to form waxy yellow atrophic plaques, that is they are going to increase in the size. And you can see here the picture, this is Necrobiosis lipoidica diabeticorum, where you are able to almost entire anterior aspect of the leg has become erythematous, and you can see there is slightly elevated lesions, that is plaques are present, and few areas are showing atrophic changes. As you can see, these are the atrophic changes where depressions are there over the skin. And also you can notice that these patients are also going to have some additional features, that is there will be telangiectasias, very important, that is dilated capillaries will be there, and also there will be ulcerations also. And you can see these features here, there are certain ulcerations. And not only that, of course this yellow hue you can see not over entire lesion but at few areas. As you can see here, there is some yellowish hue. Okay, so this is Necrobiosis lipoidica diabeticorum. So another necrobiotic disorder is Granuloma annulare, in which the patients are going to have, obviously the name is not a misnomer, so you can see there will be annular lesions. But these annular lesions are having some peculiarity in that the margin, the periphery of these annular lesions is going to be a beaded papule. So small tiny papules will be there, which will coalesce together to form the rim of this annular lesion. And the most common site, of course, it is very much obvious from the picture, it is dorsum of the hand. And as you can see, this is annular lesion, so the central clearing will be, as you can see here, so this is the rim which is raised here, and this is the central part which is clear, and it is normal without any lesions. And most important differential diagnosis for granuloma annulare, this was a NEET question also, is tinea. That is fungal infection of the skin. And in tinea you can easily differentiate. Why? Because in granuloma annulare the patients are going to be completely asymptomatic, whereas in tinea the patients are going to have very important symptom, that is itching will be there, and also scaling will be there. So itch and scale are going to differentiate tinea from granuloma annulare. And now our hero, that is Binkley spots, or they are also called as diabetic dermopathy, which is going to again manifest just like Necrobiosis lipoidica diabeticorum over the shin. Initially the lesions may be papules, erythematous papules, but ultimately there will be post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. So once the inflammation reduces, there is going to be a hyperpigmentation which will be left behind. Post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation. This can be in the form of either macules or patches. And what is the importance, clinical importance of these lesions is that if a diabetic patient is having these Binkley spots or diabetic dermopathy lesions over the shin, we should suspect that the patient is having high likelihood to develop all the types of pathies. That is retinopathy, there could be neuropathy, and also kidneys can also get affected, that is nephropathy. So we should keep these patients under very close monitoring, and we should follow up these patients and also investigate all these patients for any of these possibilities. Okay, that is ophthalmological examination should be done, and also routine examination, the blood investigations have to be done, and also kidney function test have also should also be done routinely in these patients. So now I hope you all can clearly answer. So as you can see this question, yes, the answer is Binkley spots. Why? Because you are able to see initially red papular lesions were seen, and now you are able to see hyperpigmented macules and patches. So I hope this video was helpful. If it was